Today, we're diving into something that's not just another popular tool, it's a complete game changer for how we build user interfaces. We're talking about shadcn/UI. So let me ask you a question. Are you building UIs in React or Next.js? If you are, then I'm pretty sure you've felt that friction. You know, you need to move fast. You want to build something beautiful and accessible, but the tools you're using, well, they kind of have their limits.
Yeah, that feeling. You're constantly fighting with a component library just to get it to match your brand. You're wrestling with style overrides that feel like they're a mile long, and all the while you're just watching your app's bundle size balloon with every single import. It really feels like you're working against the library, right? Not with it.
Okay, so what if there was a better way? A totally new approach has been bubbling up, and honestly, it's quickly becoming the go-to standard for modern apps. So let's get right into it. What is shadcn/UI? All right, this is probably the most important thing you need to get your head around right away. Shadcn/UI is not a component library in the way you think of Material UI or Ant Design. Seriously, you don't install it from NPM. Instead, think of it as this incredible collection of reusable, unstyled, but totally accessible components that you literally copy and paste directly into your own project.
And believe me, this idea has absolutely taken off. We're talking YC startups that need to move at lightning speed, AI-first platforms that need these super custom interfaces. shadcn UI has become the new benchmark for building high-quality, maintainable front ends, and doing it fast.
But to really get why this thing is so revolutionary, we've got to take a step back and look at the problems it was designed to solve. I mean, what was so broken about the old way of doing things?
Oh man, this is a list of pain points that I'm sure every single front-end dev watching has felt deep in their bones. That rigid theming that just will not bend to your brand guide. The dreaded vendor lock-in, where you're completely at the mercy of some library's updates and, its limitations. And of course, that massive bundle size that just grinds your app to a halt, filled with components you're not even using. It's frustrating. Okay, so in comes shadcn/UI with a radically different philosophy. Instead of handing you this locked black box of components, it flips the script entirely and gives you a level of control you've probably never had before. And this right here, this is it. This is the core idea, the absolute game changer. You own the code. The components aren't buried somewhere in your Node_modules folder. They live right inside your project source code. They are your components. You can modify them, extend them, do whatever you want with them. You are in complete control. So this whole philosophy really stands on four main pillars. Number one, and we just said it, you own the code. Number two, it's accessible right out of the box, and that's all thanks to its foundation on Radix UI, which handles all the super tricky stuff, like keyboard navigation for a dropdown or focus management in a modal. Third, it's built from the ground up for Tailwind CSS. And finally, you get these small, composable pieces, primitives, that you can build with, not these giant, inflexible, monolithic components.
Okay, that all sounds amazing in theory, right? But how does it actually work in practice? Let's break down the mechanics of getting this thing set up and actually using it in a project.
The process is actually surprisingly simple. You just start with your standard Next.js project that already has Tailwind in it. Then you run this one-time init command to get your configuration all set up. After that, anytime you need a component, say a button or a dialog, you just run the add command and boom, it copies the source code for that component right into your components/UI folder. That's it.
And this is what I think is so brilliant about it. This separation of concerns. Shadcn/UI very cleverly uses Radix UI for all the complex stuff, the accessibility, the behavior, and then it uses Tailwind CSS for all the styling. So what's your job? Well, you just have to add your own app logic and your branding right on top. It's a beautiful system.
So let's just hammer this point home because it's so important. You will not find shadcn UI in your package.json file. The CLI is just a delivery mechanism for high-quality source code. Once that code is in your project, it is 100% yours, no dependency, no vendor lock-in. Period.
Okay, this all sounds pretty powerful, I get it. But is it the right choice for your next project? That's the real question. So let's stack it up against some of the other options you might be thinking about.
When you put shadcn/UI side by side with the big traditional libraries like Material UI or Ant Design, the differences are just, well, they're stark. With shadcn/UI, you get full component ownership. Your bundle size stays tiny, and your flexibility for theming is basically unlimited. Honestly, for any project that has a strong custom brand identity, it's not even a fair fight.
Okay, but what about just using Tailwind by itself? I mean, you could do that, for sure. But then you're on the hook for building every single component from scratch, including all that really complex accessibility logic for things like dropdowns, dialogues, you name it. shadcn/UI basically hands you those production-ready, accessible primitives for free, which is going to save you a massive amount of time and engineering effort.
So where does this thing really shine? Well, it's perfect for modern SaaS platforms, AI tools and dashboards, and really any enterprise app that needs a custom, high-performance UI. And you know what? It's also fantastic for startup MVPs, where you've got to move incredibly fast, but you can't afford to build up a bunch of technical debt.
All right, let's tie all this together. What are the key takeaways here? What's the big picture you should walk away with when you think about shadcn/UI?
This chart really says it all. You've got 3 core strengths. 1, full 100% ownership of your code. 2, maximum 100% customization. And 3, a near zero impact on your app's bundle size. I mean, it's really the best of all worlds.
And let's not just gloss over one of the biggest benefits. Building truly accessible components is hard. It takes a lot of time and expertise. With shadcn/UI, you get that world-class, enterprise-grade accessibility just baked right in from the very start, all because it's built on top of Radix.
I love this quote because it's probably the best way to think about the difference. If a traditional UI library like Material UI is a ready-made factory, just churning out generic, one-size-fits-all parts, then shadcn/UI is like a high-tech precision engineering workshop. It gives you all the tools you need to craft exactly what your product requires, with absolutely no compromises.
And the final result here is a massive win-win. For developers, you get a best-in-class developer experience, and for the business, you get a product that is way more maintainable, way more performant, and completely future-proof, because you're not shackled to some third-party library's roadmap or its destiny.
And all of this leads us to one final, kind of provocative question. When we have tools like this, tools that give developers this much power, this much flexibility, and this much ownership, are we actually watching the end of the traditional packaged UI library as we know it? It's definitely something to think about.